You know what's weird? We humans are supposed to be rational creatures. We can split atoms, decode DNA, and send rockets to Mars. And yet, somehow, we still buy things we don't need with money we don't have to impress people we don't even like. Why? Why do smart people make dumb money decisions? It's not that we're stupid. It's that our brains were never designed for the kind of financial world we live in today. And that is where things get interesting. Let's go back for a second to 2008. The world economy is collapsing. Banks are failing. People are losing homes, jobs, everything. But even before that, something strange was happening. Investors were buying houses they couldn't afford, taking massive loans, betting on markets that made no logical sense. And here's the question economists kept asking. How could millions of rational adults all make the same bad decision at once? Or think about the GameStop craze in 2021. A bunch of people on Reddit turned a struggling video game retailer into a billion-dollar stock bubble. Some became rich overnight, others lost everything. This wasn't random chaos. This was human psychology, amplified by technology, greed, and fear. See, your brain has two main systems for making decisions. Daniel Kahneman called them System 1 and System 2. System 1 is fast, emotional, instinctive. It's the part of your brain that says, ooh, sale, 50% off, buy it. System 2 is slow, logical, analytical. It's the part that says, wait, do I need this? Most of the time, System 1 wins because emotions are older, stronger, and evolutionarily hardwired to protect us, not our wallets. When you see a risk, your amygdala fires up. When you anticipate a gain, your dopamine levels spike. Your body literally rewards you for expecting a reward, even before it happens. And that's why money messes with our brain chemistry. It's not just about logic. It's about feeling safe, feeling powerful, or feeling included. Ever noticed how spending money can feel like a relief? Or how watching your crypto balance go up gives you a rush? That's dopamine, the same chemical behind gambling addiction. Let me tell you about a few classic experiments that reveal how irrational we really are. Two groups were told about a medical treatment. Group A heard, this treatment has a 90% survival rate. Group B heard, this treatment has a 10% death rate. Same information, completely different reactions. Group A was far more likely to choose the treatment. Why? Because the frame changed their emotional response. Now, think about this in finance. Earn 5% return versus risk losing 95% of your money. Same math, different emotion. Another one, the ultimatum game. Two players split $10. Player A decides how to divide it. Player B can accept or reject. If B rejects, both get nothing. Rationally, you should accept any offer, even $1, because $1 is better than zero. But most people reject unfair offers. Because it's not about money, it's about fairness. We'd rather punish someone than let them win unfairly. Sound familiar? That's why people hold on to bad stocks, to prove they were right. Then there's the endowment effect. In another study, participants were given a simple coffee mug. Later, they were asked how much they'd sell it for. On average, they demanded twice as much as what new buyers were willing to pay, just because it was theirs. We overvalue what we own, stocks, cars, NFTs, even ideas, simply because our ego is attached to them. And perhaps the most famous one, the prospect theory, by Kahneman and Tversky. They discovered that people fear losses twice as much as they value gains. In other words, losing $100 hurts more than gaining $100 feels good. That's why we make safe choices when facing gains, but become reckless when trying to recover losses. We don't manage money, we manage emotion. Marketers and product designers know this better than anyone. Every limited offer, every last piece in stock, every flash sale is a psychological trigger. They're not just selling you things, they're hacking your brain. Ever wondered why paying with a credit card feels painless? It's because it literally decouples the pain of paying from the act of buying. Your brain doesn't feel like it's losing money until later when the bill arrives. Or think about online investing apps, bright colors, confetti animations, instant feedback. They turn trading into a game, and your brain starts chasing dopamine instead of long-term returns. So, why do people make irrational financial decisions? Because we're not economic robots. We're emotional storytellers. We spend money to express identity, to seek comfort, to feel control. And the financial system we built plays directly into those instincts. The truth is, being rational isn't about removing emotion, it's about understanding it. When you know that your brain fears losses more than it loves gains, when you notice how marketing manipulates your dopamine, you start seeing money for what it really is, a psychological mirror. So next time you're about to make a money decision, pause, ask yourself, is this logic or just my limbic system talking? Because at the end of the day, your best investment isn't in crypto, stocks, or gold. It's in understanding your own mind. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed diving into the science of money and behavior, stick around. We're just getting started.